So I was reading one of the articles this morning that I was reviewing for LostArtsRadio.com, and it was this incredibly brilliant doctor wondering what could be causing kids everywhere to have all these neurological diseases, and the A word is going around with those. I don't want to get us kicked off with the AI bots, so I'll just talk about neurological problems that you know what I'm talking about, and the injections that I can mention without saying the V word to alert the AI bots. But there's this obvious connection, and the people who have the hardest time seeing it are the most educated people in the fake education system that we have now. This was talked about David Rodriguez, a student of John Taylor Gatto, recently on a live stream on Lost Arts Radio. And Dana Martin's coming on later this week on Thursday to do a live stream on unschooling, in other words, real education. And real education is like so many other real things. It happens if you let it happen. You don't have to force it, because kids, before they're all ruined by the fake education, they really love learning. I remember I did. I was interested in all the subjects. I didn't like the classes, but the subjects were great. And the real teachers are aware that fake education blocks consciousness and it blocks self-awareness, and that's what you need to understand everything else. And the fake education teaches by memorization and peer pressure, and that's not learning, that's conditioning. And that's how the system is set up to force us into that. And it's all the way from preschool, elementary school, through high school and college and medical school and PhD school and beyond. It's all part of that artificial conditioning system, and it's really sophisticated and unfortunately very effective. And it makes sense because the rulers who are behind the media that backs it up with their own message, and the government agencies that are doing the same thing, and the fake science that says anything that's really true is in the acceptable journals, right? Otherwise, it can't possibly be true. And even entertainment is being used for the same message. This acceptable information is knowledge. Everything outside of it, you're being wrong, you're unscientific, you're emotional, you're subjective, anecdotal, it's all nonsense. And within that realm of nonsense is hidden what's really going on, because it's not nonsense. And as I said, it makes sense because the rulers know that if we get back in touch with ourselves, the whole game of destruction that they're involved in is over. Because the healing power that flows through us that we have, if we become aware of it, is so much stronger than this apparently intimidating hierarchy of negative powers that surround us and are trying to control every part of our lives. And their plan is really simple, although there's a lot of details to it. Total control, total surveillance, total extermination of normal life. That's about it, and maybe of all life. So I'd say, let's be thankful and take their guidance, because as I've said before, I totally trust government and all authority figures. And it's just that if you want to get the benefit out of their guidance, usually you have to translate what they're telling you. Often you have to totally reverse it and check that, because it's not always true. They may tell the truth about something by mistake or for some other nefarious reason, but usually, most of the time, you find out that if you just reverse what they're saying completely, it turns out to be good guidance and true. So the guidance in this case is don't be aware of yourself, don't get real education, because it's not acceptable to the system. So we need to say, thank you, that's a great reminder. Let's become aware of ourselves, and let's start to educate ourselves right away. Explore beyond what we've memorized. Realize that's all subject to serious doubt and question. Learn the laws of nature as they really are, not what's taught in the so-called health system that's making everybody sick and probably killing 1 million Americans a year and similar numbers in other countries, and ruining the lives of most of the rest by getting them addicted to medical drugs that interact and poison everybody and cause more business for the same fake medical industry. Let's get beyond that. Find out what the real laws of health and energy are. Get our health and energy back. Get rid of this stupid concept of aging and falling apart as being normal, because it's not normal. It's not necessary. It's reversible. In many cases, it's completely reversible, but at least to a large extent. Find out about that stuff, and don't just learn them in your mind. Apply them to your life, and then find out what you can really do, which is amazing, and who you are, which the constant message is, don't find that out. Be scared of everything. Have fear controlling your life. The message is that if you don't do that, who you are is completely incredible. You're this brilliant, beautiful being that is unlimited except for the limits you decide you believe in and agree to. So explore, learn, start education. It's super exciting. It's not like the kind of fake education that's really boring and all that. It's incredible. Start exploring today by yourself how to get your health back, how to feel really good, how to get your awareness back, and they go together. Start being an investigator by yourself, with a friend, with us if you want, a support group, lostartsradio.com/club. And in that I can talk freely about what I've discovered in this area over the last half a century and more. I can't fully express those things on public videos because the censorship is really cracking down now, and the AI is getting more sophisticated. But we can talk about it in the private platform. So come join us if you want to, or do it on your own. It doesn't matter where you get it, but start learning, start finding out what your potential is, and then put it into practice, and then watch it and perfect it further. You know, every day is full of super exciting possibilities. Get back in touch and join us either in our group or by yourself or wherever you want to do it. Just start. Realize how valuable your time is, and it makes things fun. This kind of work is not drudgery. It's not like you have to struggle really hard to do this experimental research on your own. The more you really do this work, you have to get into the mentality of it, and it becomes uplifting and refreshing and fun, and it feels great. So that's a clue about what track you're on. Think about it, and I'll look forward to seeing you next time.